What's happening, guys? Silent Mike, Super Trainer Gym, Mark Bell's Powercast, HowMuchYouBench.net, Reebok1.com. Checking in. We're doing a Snapchat Q&A for the first time ever. That's Silent MIK3 on Snap and Silent Mike with 2Ks on Instagram or Twitter. I'm getting questions. I'm trying to always receive feedback from you guys. Leave in the comments below or tweet me what videos, what topics you guys want me to cover. I guess let's get into this thing. Let's get into this thing. What do we got down here? If you couldn't lift, what would you be doing? If you could do one exercise for the rest of your life, what exercise would it be? Covered that a couple times on the podcast. One exercise would probably be deadlifts, potentially squats, but probably deadlifts. And if I couldn't do what I'm doing, or if I couldn't lift, I'd still just be coaching lifting, maybe get into some yoga, play basketball. And if I couldn't do like the career I'm doing, I'd probably coach wherever I could. Try to motivate, try to inspire, try to teach, spread positivity another way. I coached high school basketball for a long time. That was a lot of fun. So something similar to that, I'd say. What's up with Smokey's beard? Smokey's beard is beautiful. Smokey worked hard at it. He's into beards. He trims that baby. He takes care of it. I'm proud of Smokey, and I'm proud of his beard. Any tips for your first powerlifting meet? There's way too much to get into, but basics are open light. Try to have some fun and try to network. Try to meet cool people, man. There's more experienced lifters. There's some fun people. Just in general, that's kind of the reason to do this stuff. Obviously, to get stronger in the mental battle and the physical grind of the gym, but the community can be really fucking cool. There's a lot of negativity on the surface here, Instagram comments, YouTube haters, but at the core of all these strength sports, the community, there's a lot of good people out there, so I'd hunt for that. I put out a risque picture earlier this same day on Snap with me in some booty shorts, so there's a lot of comments about that. Hey buddy, what's up? When it comes to knee or shoulder pain, should you stop squatting or benching or lower the volume and intensity? What I would do for to start is try to figure out what hurts and why. So some mobility stuff, go to mobilitywod.com or mobilitywod on YouTube. Often it's going to be a technique thing, so videotaping yourself and watching it. Obviously, hopefully watching some good people on YouTube and stuff you can learn about that technique, and maybe it can help you adjust to go get healthier. But reducing the volume is going to be one, taking away from the intensities two, and I'd also stick to some lower reps. Doing a set of 10, the time under tension for that shoulder is going to hurt a little bit, so maybe doing 10 sets of 3, 7 sets of 3, something like that. Strength gains in a year on 531 is a good beginner intermediate program. Yeah, Jim Wendler's 531 is a basic, great program for anybody. What shoes do you use for squat? I use the Reebok CrossFit Light TR. They're just a flat shoe. Mark Bell and Jesse Burdick helped make them, so those are two of my, that's my favorite shoe. Oh.
How much space do you use confident in your diet? If so, how do you manipulate your macros on the thing with confidence?
The question was linear macros, I think. But I think the real question was, do I have different macro nutrient goals depending on rest days or training days? And the answer is yes. Typically when I'm in a diet phase or kind of a bulk phase, if I'm tracking and being good, I'll eat less carbs and a little bit more fat on off days, on rest days, or even cardio days, which I haven't added yet. I'll go into more detail about my personal diet, cardio, workout regimen as I go forward in my next goals, which are to cut a little bit more bodybuilding style. Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, that's me.
Everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but don't nobody want to lift no heavy ass weight.
So then I'll go into more details, but yeah, I'll eat a little bit less calories in general and less carbs on a workout day. Excuse me, a rest day. Whoa, almost got me, didn't get me. Everybody asks about deadlift bars, but what's the best squat bar on the market? Check with the federation you want to compete in, but my favorite is the Texas squat bar, just because it's common, but my actual favorite is the Rogue Ohio Power Bar. That's my favorite bar to squat with. My deadlift form gets worse when I put on a belt. Just seems to round automatically. Any tips? One, you got to be breathing into your belt and not rely on it to hinge. A lot of times people will hinge on their belt, but if you think about blowing your obliques down and into the belt and also your low back, and also taking your time on the ground to really get tight before you pull. Sometimes people just get tight, they think they get tight and they'll just start yanking on the bar, and then that lumbar, that low back will tend to bend. But if you breathe into those obliques, breathe into your low back, take your time and really wrench into that bar, use the bar to get tight, it should help. It's a little hard to do over the internets. What is your full name and where are you from? That's a little creepy, bro, but my name is Michael. How do you get back into training after a long hiatus due to a broken hand? Slow, man. Make sure that hand's fully healed. But just, something simple like 3 sets of 10, even 5 sets of 5, using light weights and just slowly progress into heavier weights. Don't be afraid to use the bar, even quarters, even a plate for a good amount of time. Someone said, is Chicago deep dish pizza a good idea before deadlifts? Yeah. Always a good idea. But on a more serious note, nutrition before, during, or after a workout I find to be very individual. So what I would do is just obviously test. What I figured out for myself is I can handle a big meal about 2.5 hours away from squats and deadlift. Sometimes if I train in the morning, I do train fasted and we'll bring a Gatorade, maybe a protein bar. But then on bench days, I could eat a little bit closer. I can eat about 1.5 hours, maybe an hour away. And the bloat, the stomach, full stomach doesn't bother me as much. So something you'll need to figure out for yourself. That's honestly a big answer and a big part of, all of this training. So experiment, test, retest. We'll figure out what's best for you and your training. That's it for this one, guys. Silent Mike, I'm out of here. Silent MIK3 on Snap, Silent Mike 2K's Instagram and Twitter. Be sure to follow me. Be sure to subscribe. More content coming from my trips to LA, vlogs 4 times a week. Stick around with me, guys. I appreciate it all. I'm out of here.